Hi everybody, Dave Snyder here. It is the 14th of June 2013 and I've done it. I did it. Okay, my last video I showed, I think I uploaded a video showing the crater here during that storm, the Delgado or whatever it was. Okay, that's the storm right here. This is the weather. This is the radar return from that. I saved it off the internet. There it is. Okay, here's my East Coast impact right here. Let me bring that up. The one I showed in the video. Okay, here it is. There's the crater. Now that crater's, I found out the name of the crater. The crater is, oh shoot, Schluter or something like that. Schluter or something like that. Schluter. Okay, Schluter. Okay, so it's something like that. Anyways, but I grabbed that picture. That's that crater, and I downloaded an image of that crater right here, and it's over here too. It's like a double image. And let me just show you the radar over the crater. There's different images of this crater. Some are better than others. I got a couple of them up here, so we'll just check this one out first. Here's the radar. I told you if anyone was to download a picture of that crater, whatever the crater name was, and the weather pattern from that day, and it would fit perfectly in that crater, and I was right, absolutely right. I was absolutely 100% right. Because here you see the crater and the weather right there. There's the crater. It is right there. This spot right here. It follows it down. At any angle you look at it, it follows it down, and you see this little part that kicks out right here in the weather. Right there. See it? Wham. And you can look at this 10 different ways. I don't give a shit how you look at it. That crater, I got this made big so you can see it, right? This is not the actual size of the crater, absolutely not. But it's big. I made it big so you can see it. And there it is. Fitting right in that crater. Let me show you another image I put up there of this crater. Where's it at? Okay, not that one. This one. Oh yeah, here's another shot of it. But this I didn't line this weather up to this one. This is just a shitty Google Moon image of that crater. But I brought up a pattern to go with that too. This is the same storm, and I don't know how well. It's not really easy to see with this picture. But this pattern it kind of has rays out. It kind of has an like you see this pattern, right? Okay, that pattern is in this picture of the moon. You can see this pattern right here. It's in the same. It's got the same pattern right there. Absolutely does. See that? Okay, here's this bright spot, and then check this out over here. The same pattern on this side too. Watch. You see this? I mean, they make it. I'm telling you right now, you cannot get very good lunar images. I think every one of the lunar images is absolute garbage. They're garbage. Even this other one I showed you. I mean, the ones that they must have must be unbelievable. I mean, just unreal. You can only imagine the pictures they have of the moon if they don't share with us. Just for this reason. Just because they are. I mean, look, I figured this out. You can think it's all crazy and that I'm seeing things, but you would be 100% wrong. Okay, these weather patterns are shaping themselves over land that matches this crater. No matter what you say or what you think, it absolutely does. I check it every day. Check it every day. The weather right now will fit this crater, not this crater, but the whole area is what I'm talking about. It will fit every day. It fits every day. Look at this right now, coming this way. It's coming this way. See that? See the weather's just a little bit off to the side. This will soon be right here, or either it'll be close to it. That one's probably coming out of that area right there. But anyways, I got a couple more to show you. Just to confirm some things. I just want to show you some other ones here so you can see what's going on here, because there's no question I haven't showed you the Europe one, have I? The Europe one's going to be real good. Wait till you see this. I haven't titled it yet, of course, so it's going to take, it might take a second to find it. Okay, so the other day I was up here and I was seeing this weather pattern in Europe right here. And it was round and it looked like Schrodinger to me. See, there's still some of the roundness to it, a little bit of the roundness, but they're cutting that little edge off of there. But actually, it was more defined and it looked like Schrodinger, so I put Schrodinger up there. I lined it up basically roughly to the weather, but the weather wasn't really important. What was important was how well I was able to line it up here. After taking the weather, I had the weather fitting right in here. I mean, it was just rough weather. It wasn't really detailed, but I could see it. You know, I know what to look for. So I brought this up, and then I took the weather away because it was just enough to guide me to this point. Now, look at this crater fit Europe, people. Look at the Mediterranean right here. Watch, just watch all this. Okay. Okay. Look at Greece. Let's look at Greece. There's Greece right here. Check it out. That's Greece. Look at this crater right here, right where that little island is. Right there. See that? That big island, whatever. Okay, that's Greece. Okay? Then you come over here, and you look at this whole thing, and you look up here. What's that? Sweden, Norway, whatever. Denmark. That area. Look at that. Look how it curves. It's got the same curve at the edge. Now watch this. This is, I did all that, and I looked it over pretty good, and I seen the Mediterranean, all this stuff line up, right? All this stuff lines up pretty good, as you can see. Then I turned on the borders. This is what the borders did. Have you ever noticed how round Europe is? I never did. I never noticed that. It's like a big egg right here. Look at the borders with the borders on. Now it goes right around there. Now that's very interesting, indeed. And look how it fits the moon pattern very well. I mean, very well. Look at how it goes around that thing right there. That's interesting, for sure. Look at that border goes right around that thing, that black area. Of course, look at the shape of that crater too. It's the same shape over here. Oh man, that is interesting. You got to admit. I lined that up. I saw that in the weather. I didn't know what the borders were going to. I did not align this to the borders whatsoever. I did not align that to the borders shape at all. I just turned on the borders after aligning it to the land, basically. First the weather, then realigning it to the land because I could see Greece there. I could see the Mediterranean fit there. And then I turned on the borders to see that. So, whether or not the moon's hit there or not, it still pointed out a very interesting thing, right? Well, that happens every single day, people. Every day. Every single day. All the time. With the moon craters over the earth. Every day. No shit. Wouldn't lie to you. Have no reason to lie. Just like I say, that storm the other day was that crater that I just showed you right there, called the Schuler or whatever. Schluter, I think it is. Schluter. I think that's it. Okay, hits right there, and then I showed you that weather following that. It's the same shape. Okay, well they say something. There's a bowl shape, something bowl shaped at the bottom of the Great Lakes. You know, protecting the salt mines underneath or whatever. You know, it's something that dolomite changed it into dolomite or whatever. I think that's what it is. But it hits right here, and you can see it. If I was to go into detail up close to with that crater, I mean, you'd see all of the details there. Like this area here would be in that picture of the moon. So that's pretty interesting. That Europe thing is really cool. I think that's really cool. It looks like a big Easter egg. I mean, this crater is more round than it kind of gets close to the pole and it starts to stretch the picture. But that, you got to admit, that's pretty cool. That's just, you know, just came out of nowhere. Just came out of nowhere. Look at that round shape. Very interesting. How the borders just follow that edge. Except for right here, but still. You can see that. The Alps. Everything. Italy. And I got another one. I know I got another one. What's the other one at? I can't remember. Darn it. I swear I had another one. Oh yeah, up here. I rearranged this one. I redid this one. My friend came over here and was really really open to. Usually, he's one of them smart, those guys that thinks he's real smart, and it goes by the books, goes by the science. If it's the science doesn't, science says it can't happen, then it can't happen. One of them type people, and it was hard to actually crack him, because now I got him wondering, finally. And he saw this. He said that he's taken geology actually in college or whatever. And this right here, he said that people thought that was some kind of crater. And I had this other picture of the Schrodinger crater right over here, the one I showed before in video, and I got to find it. It's right up here. Actually, I redid it, so I brought it up again. Let's see, where's it going to be? Right here. Okay, this is the realignment, but there's the crater that we were talking about. He said he pointed it. I had it over here a little ways, and I just brought up another picture of the Schrodinger crater, and I lined it up there to that area he was talking about, where it looked like the crater, half of a crater edge right here in the Hudson Bay. This part. So there it is, lined up so it looks like a big circle. And when I did that, the weather just happened to fit in there just beautifully. Just like that. But I already had it close to that. I was really close before. And actually this throws it off from the way that I think it should. Let me see this. It throws off that part that I had up here. Hold on. Yeah, I think it now measures to the right size, 1,200 miles. It's at 1,200 miles, which is where it should be. You can see it fits there pretty good. And I'm sure if you live in Canada, you're probably saying, "Wow, that fits really good." See that? What are the shield's over here, right? They call this area the shield or something. Maybe that's where they get this name, the shield. I don't know. It looks like a shield. But you can see down here, like down here, watch this how it curves right at the top of where the border is. See this right here? Ooh, right there. And the weather again. This part right here fits real good. It fitted even better earlier. It had more radar in there. But it fits good now. So I'm telling you people, if you think you know what's shaping the weather, and you're not including the moon, I'm sure the moon's got a lot to still, even though it's way far away, I'm sure it has some kind of attraction, magnetic forces on the Earth shaping our weather. I know it does because I see what it does every time it comes and goes. I pay attention to the weather every day and the patterns it leaves. It helps shape. I know that the weather patterns come into circle shape when the full moon starts to come and go. Right before the full moon, right after the full moon, in that period, like with about, I don't know, a week, throughout a week, sometimes two maybe, about a week I'd say. 3 days before, 3 days after, something like that, is when the circle shapes start to form in the cloud patterns over the oceans and over the land very well. Let me just show you this one. This is just a big circle right here. Look, this is the time of year when you'll see this big circle right here. This is just a big impact right here at one time. Big circle. Big circle, icing right in the center. Anyways, I gotta go. I got something I gotta do. All right, have a good day.